So now we'll discussing about what are the features of an OOP language, which are like an example Java. What are the features we get in an OOP language? Okay, that is object oriented programming language. Now first is your encapsulation. Okay, encapsulation, the spelling is ENCAPSULATION. Okay, so encapsulation means what? Wrapping up of data and function into a single unit is called encapsulation. Data and function, already I told you what it is. Okay, before, when we write a program, there are two parts, data and function. If you take an example like class card, if you take a card, that example, so last example which I taken, like a card, we have data as name, color, number of wheels, and function as run. Okay, so these are two things we have in a program here. Okay, now, so how we'll be writing this in Java? Okay, if you write simple things, how we write this in Java? We start with a class car. So we wrote an example like class car, string name, string color, int number of wheels, and void run. See here, name, color, and number of wheels, we have the data. No? Now the data, as you have learned in class 8 also, little bit we have done about Java in class 8. So like if we have a name or a color or a string, they are denoted as your string value. When we have group of alphabets, we denote it as string. If we have whole number values, we denote it as int. If we have decimal values, we will take double, and if we have character value, single alphabet value, we will take character or char. Okay, I'm just noting it down. So we'll be using all these things for your group of alphabets. We'll be using string. Like a name is a group of alphabets. Whenever we say a name of a card or name of a person or address, all these will be group of alphabets. The value which will be entering will be a group of alphabets. So for those cases, we use string. If we are having for a single alphabet value, then we have to use char, char. And if we have whole number values from the keyboard, if you want a whole number value like 1, 2, -1, -3, okay, whole number values, positive or negative, we will be using int, and for decimal values, we'll be using double. Okay. Clear? So they are the basic. Remember this one. We'll be learning this about in detail in further later on in this class 9. Okay. For a timing, just remember these few things. For group of alphabets, we use string, where S will be capital. Be very careful about the alphabets. Okay. S string, S is capital there. Char for single alphabet, C is small letters. For whole number values, positive or negative, we use int, and for decimal values, we use double. Okay, so there are the things we need to at least remember for a timing. Okay, later on we'll go in detail about this. So if you see, encapsulation means what? Wrapping up of data and function into a single unit is called encapsulation. Like how we are wrapping it, we can see two braces, no, curly braces. Okay, class car, we have starting with a curly braces and ending at the last, after void run, there is a curly braces. So the first curly opening braces, and at the last, after void run, the closing braces denotes it as a single unit. Okay, which will wrap your datas and methods or functions. Okay, data is also called as attributes, methods are also called as function, or function is also called as method. Okay, so encapsulation is wrapping up of data and function into a single unit. Okay, now what is the advantage of this, or what is significance of using encapsulation? The significance is it will help you to what? It will help you to provide structure to the program. It provides structure to the program. So this is the significance. All of you. So this is the advantage of your encapsulation. This is the first feature of OOP. It provides encapsulation. Okay. Now we'll go to the next one now. So the next feature of OOP language is your data abstraction or data hiding. Okay. It means what? The background details of the end will be hiding the background details from the end user and only showing the essential features of the program. So now we'll discuss about data abstraction means what? It is you're hiding the background details from the end user and showing only the essential features of the program is termed as your data abstraction or data hiding. Like we take an example here, we're taking the same class car, string name, string color. Name is a string value group of alphabets, so string color is also a group of alphabets. So string number of wheels will be 4, 5, it cannot be decimal. So int and private, I have written a new word there, private. Now these are words or these are called as keywords which will be used so that it can not be accessed from anywhere. Okay, private means what? They are very security purpose. Okay, so no one can access it until unless a permission is taken. Okay, so they are hidden from the end user who are trying to access the data and the method or the function of the class car. Here the end user will not be allowed to see what is the customer name because it is none of their business. Okay, whether what is the customer name who is buying the car, so he will not be allowed to see the customer name, so it is kept as private here. Clear? Understood? So this is what advantage of OOP language is. With the help of these keywords like private, public and protected, there are three words: private, public and protected. Public means what? If name and color and no number of wheels, all these are public. Since nothing is mentioned, it is written in, they are public. Okay, and private means what? It can only be accessed inside that class, it cannot be accessed outside it. Okay, so that is the scope or that is the place where it can be accessed. Okay, so the customer name can only be accessed in car, any other person from outside cannot access it. Clear? Understood? So this is a data abstraction, hiding the background details of the end users. Okay, hiding background details from the end user, sorry, not of, from the end user, from the end user and showing only the essential features of the programs are called like data abstraction. Now what is the advantage? Clearly you know, since with the help of this private and public and protected keywords we provide security to the programs. This is the advantage or the significance. So the advantage is provides security to the program. Clear all of you? Understood? This is data abstraction or data hiding. The next third feature is, so the next feature of your OOP language is polymorphism. Poly means many and morphism means form. Okay, the definition suggests that, so in a definition suggests that in a class we can have more than one function with the same name differing in the parameters is termed as polymorphism. Okay, in a class we can have more than one function. Class we have learned function, I just showed you in the last example. So in a class if we have more than one function with the same name differing in the parameters are termed as polymorphism. Let's take an example to understand that better. So if you see here, we written a class addition, void add int a comma int b, void add double a comma double b. Okay, now just as rough way we have written it. Okay, to understand the definition of polymorphism. Okay, so the definition states in a class you can have more than one function with the same name. You can, like you can see here, the class name is addition. Like in the last program, the class name was car. I've taken a class addition where void add I've taken the method name. The two methods we have here, add. Both the method name is add. Okay. Now both are having different parameters. What are parameters? The bracket portion which you see is the parameter. Clear all of you? So if we see clearly in the first method of add we have integer parameter, int parameters. Okay, it means it will add whole number values. In the second one we have decimal values, double parameter. For decimal value, we know for decimal values we use double. Okay, so clearly you can understand that what a definition suggests. Here in one class we have more than one method but the name is same, but how we differentiate them? we differentiate them with the help of their parameters. We can understand them or differentiate them with how they are working. We'll differentiate it based on their parameters. This is the advantage what OOP language gives, which other languages doesn't give, or a POP language does not give. Clear? So this is the advantage of OOP language, polymorphism. Okay, understood? So the first method here will add your whole number values. The second method will add your decimal values having the same function name. So what is the advantage? We can maintain same function name for methods doing similar type of task. We don't have to remember different names. Clear? So we can maintain same function name for the function doing similar type of task. So this is the advantage of polymorphism. So we can maintain the same function name for the function doing similar type of task. This is the advantage of polymorphism. Clear? The three OOP features of OOP language. Last we have, that is called inheritance. So inheritance is defined as transfer of characteristics from the parent class to the child class, base class to derived class, or superclass to subclass is termed as inheritance. Clear? Now see, this is simple, like what happens in biological way, like your eyes are similar to your mom or to your dad. Okay, so this feature of transferring of characteristics from your parent to the offsprings, okay, that is called inheritance. In this case, if you see, for computer we can relate it, the parent class, okay, whatever features are there, that can be accessed to the child class. Okay, understood? So that is the advantage what we get in your Java. How we write it down, just take an example. So if you see here, the class book when we wrote, okay, the book is a parent class, superclass, or you can say as a base class. The features like book have a string name, string author name, and your student class. There are two classes we have. Now we have user word extension word. It will take the features of the parent class, that is book here. Okay, so it means the name of the book and the author name of the book will be directly accessed from the student, since it is a child of the book. Okay, the child class for the parent class book. Therefore, this feature which is occurring here is called as inheritance, the transfer of characteristics. Okay, here the characteristics which are transferred are the string name and author name. So those two characters will get transferred from the parent class to the child class. Okay, understood? This is known as inheritance. Okay, clear all of you? Now what is the advantage of inheritance? Okay, the advantage of inheritance word reusability of code. This is the advantage of inheritance. Clear? Like the name and the author name is reused in the class student. Okay, clear? So the reusability of code can be done with the help of inheritance. Clear? They are the features of your OOP language. Okay, now see you in the, hope so you have understood, all of you. Okay, the features of OOP. That way your first feature was the encapsulation, which was the wrapping up of data and function in a single unit. Then we learned is your data abstraction, hiding the background details from the end user and showing only the essential features of the program. Then we learned polymorphism, which was your transfer characteristic. In a class we can have more than one function with the same name differing in their parameters, and inheritance, the transfer of characteristics from the parent class to the child class, or the base class superclass, or the superclass to the subclass, is termed as inheritance. Clear? So there are things of your OOP language. Now see you in the next video. Thank you.